In the last video, I told you a story about the brick wall and my dad. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it because I think it'll be helpful for you. But here's a story that came out of telling that story. One time, I was teaching a workshop, and a guy came up to me after I told the story about my father and the brick wall, and he said, I have a story about my father and the brick wall. I said, well, I love stories. Give me a story. And he said, when I was a kid, he said, I actually don't remember this, but my family tells me this story about me all the time. He said, I was a couple of years old, maybe 2 or 3, just a toddler. And he said, my father got a new job. Got a job as a milkman. Had a delivery truck. He would bring it home at night, and he would drive it out in the morning with all the milk in it, and he would deliver it. And he said, on the weekend, the first time he got his truck, he gave me a ride in the truck. And I was so thrilled, they told me, that I just wanted to be in that truck all the time. So Monday morning comes, and my father gets all dressed up in his milk delivery outfit, and he walks out the door and gets in the truck. And I had been sitting at breakfast with my mother and my father, and I followed my father out the door. And my mother says, I went out there, and she just watched me. And I walked up to his truck, and I said, go truck. And my father looked down at me, and he said, you know, I can't take you today. I took you for a ride on the weekend. Next week, I'll take you for a ride. But Daddy has to go to work, and I can't take you. And he says, go truck. And he works himself up, after saying go truck a few times, into a full-blown tantrum. And the father says, you know, I'm sorry you're upset, but I can't take you to work. I have to leave now. And the kid, without another word, just revs up, runs full speed into the brick wall that's on their patio, smashes his head, the blood comes spurting out. And, you know, the father jumps out of the truck, turns it off, jumps out of the truck. Mother comes running out. They grab something, they put it on his head. Mother has to, you know, take him to get stitches. And, you know, it's a big to-do. Father is a little late for work, and, you know, for his route, he has to go and all that stuff. So mother gets him fixed up, and it's a big drama. He says, you know, a couple days later, after the kid's a little better, after he's a little better, Dad gets ready to go to work again. Son goes out, and the same scene ensues. And he goes, go truck. And he says, no, we've been through this before. I cannot take you. This is my job. I'll give you a ride on the weekend. The kid revs up again. Go truck, go truck, go truck. And he starts to have a tantrum. And pretty soon, he revs up. And the dad can tell he's going to run himself into the wall again and smash his head open again. And he just starts to drive away. And he looks back at the kid and he says, it's your head. He drives away, and the kid looks at the wall, looks at his dad's truck driving away, looks at the wall, and the mother's watching from inside the kitchen, and she's just, you know, from the kitchen door, and she's watching, and she said the kid just looks at the wall another time, and then just kind of wanders back into the kitchen. He said, I am so glad my father said, it's your head. If he hadn't, I would have been able to run that household. Anytime I wanted something, I would just be able to extort it from them by threatening to hurt myself. He said, can you imagine what kind of life I would have had? He said, I don't even remember the story, but boy, the consequences have shown up in my life. I'm a person who takes responsibility for myself. And he said, that moment changed me. He said, so it's like your dad in the brick wall. I said, yeah, that's a great story. Thanks.